pitchers just be as
This is A's Cast Live, your comprehensive look at the Athletics.
Swung on, drive to left field. Did he do it? He did! 4 home runs for Nick Kurtz! He is 6 for 6!
Swing and a drive, deep to left. The A's take the lead in grand fashion.
And 29 other MLB clubs.
Stretch of the pitch to Cal. Swing and a drive, deep to right field. There it is, number 60, the modern-day Bambino.
Join us as we take you inside the baseball universe from humidors to walk-off dingers.
That swung at a high, deep drive to right. Smith is back. He will not even watch it. And the A's win it on a walk-off by Nick Kurtz.
We have you covered. Spend your afternoon with us, only on A's Cast Live. Here's Chris Townsend.
Well, it's great to see you, A's fans. We are back in 2026. Yes, it is A's Cast as we are kicking off the year and getting you ready for the 2026 season here at the ballpark in West Sacramento. Chris Townsend alongside Cody Elias, and we have such a special show for you today. We have some players that are going to be with us. We're going to have all the giveaways that are going to, well, most of the giveaways that we're going to be giving away at the ballpark here in Sacramento. And we've learned some things, and we're going to teach you some things about what's going to happen here in the 2026 season. Like I have learned that we are going to have fireworks for the first time ever on opening day. There's going to be 6 different fireworks shows, and as you know, no one puts on better fireworks shows than the Athletics. So we're going to have opening day fireworks, and it's just going to be a great time. Plus, the team, it is so much fun to watch how this team is growing up in front of our eyes and to watch how the A's family is growing. With Brent Rooker's kids were just running around, so to see everybody coming together. We're going to have Nick Kurtz, the Rookie of the Year. We're going to have Jacob Wilson, who finished second, of course, started the All-Star game. He's going to join us. Tyler Soderstrom, who we just saw in Vegas, and last time we talked to him, he just signed a contract that was just phenomenal for him. I can't wait to show Tyler the picture that I have of the kid wearing his jersey at the Cal Duke basketball game. That's how big Tyler Soderstrom's getting. They're wearing his jersey everywhere, even to college basketball games. And really talk about what the season is going to look like as the Athletics have really come together. There's going to be, obviously, the offense is going to be very, very strong. But, wondering how the pitching is going to work out. I think the thing that, some things that I want to learn in today's show is I want to learn about how the mood for spring training will be when you have someone like Brent Rooker, who we know is one of the leaders in this clubhouse. What do they set to should we expect at spring training, and what are the goals, and how do you get ready to be a team that now is just not coming together, and it's a team that's just not trying to compete, but a team that's actually looking, you start talking about playoffs. So a lot to get into today. We're going to be with you for 1 hour, and I know that coming up here very soon, we're going to hear from our shortstop, but how are you?
I'm good. It's the first time we've done a show in 2026. I'm excited to be back on the air, be back doing this, and looking forward to the season coming up. It's been a fun offseason so far. We've had some, re-signings. We signed a couple guys, hired a person to work on our front office. So a lot of things have been happening for the Athletics, and it's been a lot of fun to see.
No doubt about it. What do we want to kick off? We want to do the leadoff special first. We're going to go through all the promotions that we're going to have here in 2026. The leadoff special, when you start looking at some big-time teams coming, of course, the New York Yankees are going to be in town. You're going to have the San Francisco Giants. We saw how spirited that was last year here at the ballpark in West Sacramento. But the Los Angeles Dodgers come to town. We know that the Los Angeles Dodgers last season set the road attendance record for a baseball team. Obviously, back-to-back World Series champions, and you have the look at Shohei Ohtani. So the Dodgers here, we saw how crazy it was with the Yankees coming here last year. Obviously, the Giant series, what it's going to be like when the Dodgers come here, I have no idea, because the traveling road show, it'll kind of remind you of the New York Yankees, but probably more of like the New York Football Giants. If anybody has ever seen the media throng that follows the New York football teams, I remember covering games at Candlestick Park, the great games between the Giants and the 49ers when the New York media brought so many different that's what the Dodgers is like, because the Dodgers, it's unbelievable. The Dodgers, I got to tell you, the media and the international media, wow, it's going to be very impressive. It is going to be a show of shows when they show up here.
Yeah, and they keep making moves, and they're trying to be the first three-peat champion since the Yankees in the 99, 2000, 2001, or 98, 99, 2000. So it's gonna be fun when the Dodgers are here. Also see the Giants, the Yankees, everyone else. So it'll be a lot of fun to see these teams come in. You can get those tickets at athletics.com/tickets if you want to get the Leadoff Special, which is going on right now. Early access, April and June, and you have access to get includes opening day where you can see the fireworks, as we mentioned.
Well, I know Jacob Wilson is fired up to get this thing started. The all-star shortstop for the American League, a rookie voted in, which was one of the great things that happened in this last season. Finished second in Rookie of the Year. It's been a while since we have seen him. It's good to have him here. We're actually in the clubhouse right now of the Athletics, as we're going to have this special show for you previewing basically the 2026 season. And we're going to tell you about when we're going down for spring training. But it is good to see you.
Yeah.
How are you? Our first time in 2026.
Oh, I'm doing great. It's been a great offseason. We're excited to get things going here in the next month. So it'll be fun.
So obviously a much different offseason for you. I mean, now you're established, starting shortstop in the big leagues. It's a different workout. It's a different mindset. What has this mindset change been like for you going into this season?
Yeah, I think that, after your first full season, you start to learn kind of what you want to get better at, what you want to continue to improve in. And I think that, getting in the weight room, getting stronger, and just getting my overall game, take that next step to be a better, Major League Baseball player is something that I really wanted to do, especially in the weight room, on everything. Yeah. It kind of helps everything. So, for me, it's been great. I've been working out at the complex in Arizona, and it's been, a great offseason. We're excited to be back.
What did you think leaving here, going into the offseason? You said, I need to get better at X, Y, and Z. What was that?
Yeah, you don't really think about it X, Y, and Z. It's more you just want to get better as an overall player. I think that, you can do things in the weight room that can help you pretty much, improve in all facets. I think that getting stronger, it helps you get faster, and then everything kind of continues off of that. There's not one thing that I'm going in the offseason. I want to really work on this. I want to work on, myself as an overall baseball player, maybe doing better, in every category, not just specifically focusing on one. So it's been great. I've been working with the, strength coach, strength staff here, and it's been great offseason. Like I said, I'm excited to, get back and get things going again.
The first year they always say, wow, it's a long season. Yeah. I mean, so now you start to realize, right, how long the season is and what you need to do to be able to try and stay healthy for 162.
Yeah. We want to make it a longer season too. We don't want to end a game 162. We want to go longer. So that's kind of the plan. And, we're excited to, get to it.
When you look back, what was the best part?
I mean, just seeing all the guys come up and, just being able to see everybody really develop into Major League Baseball players. We had a lot of guys make debuts this year, and a lot of guys that, were just, going in their first full season, and just being able to see everybody kind of connect and, see the team go from, where we're at to start, we're having some rough times, and everybody really learn how to, get their routines good to be a good Major League Baseball team. And I think that in the second half, we showed that, and all the guys kind of started to get comfortable on, this being in the stage is hard, when you first get here, and guys got really comfortable. And I think the second half really showed that. And, we, like I said, we have a lot of young guys here, and it's going to come back next year. And I know everybody had the same goal of going back, getting stronger, and doing what it's going to take to be able to, get past game 162 and going in and, go in playoffs and get some more games in.
Learning how to win at this level is hard. There's no question about it. And you guys start to get that taste. What do you, because you will start to become one of the leaders of this team, and it's one of the things that I want to talk to all of you guys about today is, setting the tone in spring training about what the expectations are for this team. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I think that we're definitely going to have a meeting when we first get in spring training, like we always do, and talk about it, with the coaching staff and the players on what we want to improve in, what we want to do this year to make, this year special. I think that's something that, you want to do every year. You want to talk about, what we did good last year, what we did bad, and really just focus on becoming an overall a better team. And that's something that we're going to do. We have great leaders here. We brought in some new veteran guys too that we're going to be able to meet and learn from. And I think that, with those guys having as much experience as they had, I think that that's really going to help the young guys, going into their second year. And we're going to, obviously have expectations of ourselves. I think that we're just going to need to go out there and execute and just become a better team.
I'm excited. You fired up for it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be a good year. We got a good staff and good, good group of guys. So it'll be fun.
So when you look at the guys that are coming back and you look at the bonds, talk about, because that's one thing that we always see with teams that start to win. It's the growth within the basically the ecosystem, the family.
Yeah.
Talk about the growth that you've had with a lot of these guys, and you guys just keep growing stronger.
Yeah, I think it really helps that we're all around the same age as well. I think that it is something that we can connect on, and like we have a lot of young guys here, and we have, the older guys that help, who have been, doing it in this league for a long time now, who have been successful and learned how to, handle themselves on a daily basis. And that's something that the young guys can learn from. And, I think it's be great for us young guys that have as much veteran staff as we do on our team to be able to go out there, learn from them, understand, what made them successful, and what, that we got guys who have been on successful teams too. And they know what it takes to get there. And I think that we're going to learn from that. And, just going to spring training, trying to do as much as we can to prepare ourselves for the season. Like I said, go past game 162.
Did you have time to reflect and sit back and go, I started the All-Star game as a rookie? Did you have time to reflect on that? Really understand what a moment, how big that was, what you were able to accomplish this last year?
Yeah, I think that, after the season's over, you get to take some time to reflect on, all the good that happened, and, just be able to enjoy it, and, kind of use that as fuel that you want to do it again. You want to have the same moments and be able to, next offseason look back and, just look back at all the good moments that you had, and, as a team, and, as you do individually. And I think that, once you kind of reflect, you want to go back and really, like I said, get back in the, weight room, get back on the field, and really want to perfect all the things that, you want to, get better in. And I think that's something that I wanted to do as soon as I took a little bit of time off to be able to reflect, and then getting back in the weight room, like I said, get back into, getting things going again.
Well, behind us, we got all the giveaways, a lot of the giveaways that we're going to have. We're going to have the new Sacramento jersey, which is just beautiful in the gold. It's some slick stuff that we're going to be giving away this year. Fans are going to absolutely love it. We got fireworks. So we got fireworks on opening day, which is going to be amazing. How excited are you to get back here at the ballpark at West Sacramento? It's
going to be awesome. It's going to be a good year. We're excited to get back as a team, and, obviously get through spring training first, and, be able to be right back here. Back for opening day will be fun. Like you said, you got the fireworks and all these giveaways. It'll be fun. Look at this one. This one right here is elite.
Yeah. Nick Kurtz is going to be coming up on the show, but we got one of the bobbleheads. Our bobbleheads are always pretty amazing.
This is pretty cool. It's a good one.
No offense to all the other teams. When we see the other teams' bobbleheads, you go, our bobbleheads, no question. Just like our fireworks shows, our bobbleheads are so well done. There's no doubt about it. One thing that people have asked me a lot this offseason is they've asked me, how was it? I said, really the special thing is every single day when you're out there performing, this is the entertainment business. You're out there performing, that you have kids that are coming to the ballpark who have never seen a Major League Baseball game before. We have adults too, but also a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I thought I took away from last season, that was truly the most special thing for me, is being able to share our game with a community that had never had Major League Baseball before.
Yeah.
So as a player, I got to talk to those kids. I'm sure you got to talk to so many kids. Just talk about that experience, being able to share that with so many people.
Yeah, I think that, like you said, a lot of people are coming out to watch Major League Baseball for the first time. And, obviously, you see the players, we're kind of the product of, Major League Baseball in the city now. And I think that we got to set a good example for these young kids on, how to play the game, how to enjoy the game. And I think that, being able to try and inspire kids that, have never watched Major League Baseball to go out there and have fun, play the game, and really, want to be, at that stage too later in life. I think that it's, you can work hard and you can put your mind to anything, you can, accomplish it. So I think these kids can come out here, watch Major League Baseball, get excited about, playing the game, playing the sport that we love. And hopefully we set a good example to, get them to go out there and, play the sport at the same level we do.
Now, I know you've been around Sacramento yesterday and today and being around the community. I know you're not going to call yourself this, but you're going to be a star player. How important is it as a player and a face of a franchise is to be able to get out into the community like Sacramento, what you did yesterday, what you'll do today, what you'll do tonight?
Yeah, I think that it's really important to, represent the city that you're in. I think that, the fans make it, special for us. We love the fans that come out and support us, each and every day during the season. And I think that, being able to go out here and be in the community and be in the city and just show that we, love them back as much as they love us. I think that it is something that, it's been pretty awesome the last couple of days to be able to be out here and just experience it and just kind of start meeting some new fans, take some photos with some people. And really, every fan was super cool. The last couple of days I've been loving to be able to connect with them. And it's been, like I said, it's been an awesome week, and we're excited to, continue and have, a good rest of the week with the city.
I heard you made a trip down to Las Vegas to check out the new ballpark and the Ballpark Experience Center. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool place to go visit. So it's been it was super, it's exciting to be able to watch kind of what they're building and be able to, see the future of what the stadium is going to be in the city.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a lot of fun being down there with Tyler Soderstrom and his family signing the contract extension. I'm looking forward to having that day with you too, coming up here pretty soon. Hey, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Obviously, what you guys are doing in the community here in Sacramento, it's been great the last couple of days. And the next time we see you, will be Mesa, Arizona, ready to rock.
Yes, sir. We're excited.
Appreciate the time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Are we going to go to a break, or are we just going to keep going? Just keep going. Okay. Well, you're free to go, my
awesome.
friend.
Thanks for having me.
So it's great to see him. Obviously, that's what we'll be doing the next for the next probably about 45 minutes, talking about what we're going to be doing in 2026. And yeah, great to see the fact that he got down to Las Vegas and got to see the Ballpark Experience Center. And hopefully at some point, all of you are going to be able to go down and see it and pick out your tickets, because the Ballpark in 2028 is going to be absolutely spectacular. But let's start going over, before we have another player come on, let's start going over some of the things that we're going to, some of the giveaways that we're going to have.
Well, you were just talking about, kids coming to their first game. Well, here's a kid's first glove we're giving away on Sunday, April 5th versus the Houston Astros, the division rival. So you can get this, among many of other things, a Sacramento replica jersey. You'll get the day before.
By the way, a glove day, I haven't seen glove day in a long time. This goes back to when I was a little kid, when you would get a glove like this and then you have it all summer long. Absolutely spectacular. Glove day. I love bringing back kind of some of the old school feel of, back when I was going to the games, late 70s. I was a real little then, but really in the 80s, when you'd get a helmet or you get a glove, you actually get equipment. I love, and you see the A's here in the webbing. I love this giveaway. Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's a great one. I haven't seen a glove in a while too. I'm with you. The Sacramento.
I mean, this is old school. I mean, they used to give away little bats, little helmets, little gloves, and people went away from that. I'm glad we're bringing the bat, because this is something kids will take to school. This is something kids will play with. They're going to play within their yards. They'll go to the park. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this.
My wife likes to collect those bats that you buy at the stadium, so I know all about those. You get the Sacramento jersey on the day before, Saturday the 4th, against the Astros. We have a
By the way, the gold Sacramento jersey. When we brought this back years ago, I thought gold was our best, and we ran with this. It really makes me think of 2012, 2013, the playoff years, 2014. We wore these a ton, and then they kind of went away, and we didn't wear them anymore in games, and it was always like, why not? I am so happy we have brought this back. To me, I love all of our jerseys, but the gold is special. It just makes you think of our yesteryear players. It makes you think of the teams in the 70s, our great Hall of Famers, some of the greatest baseball teams of all time. It's a big part of our color scheme for our organization. I love that we're doing this with the Sacramento.
This is the first time I've seen it in person. I've seen the mock-ups and pictures of it. It looks great to see in person.
This is one that I can get. If you remember back in 12, we couldn't keep them in stock. I have a feeling you better get them early, because these things are going to fly off the shelf.
Well, Jacob showed the Nick Kurtz bobblehead, which we'll show to Nick when Nick's here, but that's on Friday, the 17th of April versus the Chicago White Sox. But 2 days prior, Jackie Robinson Day, we're giving away a wool hat in commemoration of Jackie Robinson against the Texas Rangers. So get here for that one. We have a Sacramento script hat right here that we're giving away in April as well against the White Sox on Saturday. And then the Stomper plush hat for kids. I mean, well, for everyone, but mainly for kids. I mean, look at this thing.
Can't beat Stomper.
Athletics.com/tickets to get all your tickets for everything. Remember, the Leadoff Special is going on. Access for opening day, April through June tickets as well. So we'll promote these throughout. We have other things. We have a Grogu bobblehead, a Hello Kitty. A Hello Kitty is very popular.
I'm telling you right now, what year did we do Hello Kitty? All I know is if I didn't bring a Hello Kitty home to my girls, I was in trouble. It was like, they wouldn't matter what our player bobblehead, but for my kids, if I didn't bring not one but two, because I have twins, if I didn't bring 2 Hello Kitties back in the day, I was in trouble.
I wish I could say I know what that feels like, but I don't. But I can only imagine how many.
There's certain things.
Twice the fun.
There's certain things you got to bring home when you start talking about the giveaways, and for certain people, like the glove will be for some, and the Hello Kitty will obviously be huge. Let's go to. You want to talk spring training? Spring training, folks, it's around the corner. We've just gotten our spring training schedule. We're going to get down there early. We're going to be there. We're going to go live on Wednesday, the 18th. And right after that will be our opening game on the 21st against the Chicago White Sox. The spring training schedule, you go to athletics.com/spring to get tickets now. And as we tell you all the time, there is nothing better than spring training. When you've been waiting all winter for baseball and all of a sudden the weather is absolutely beautiful. It's 75 degrees. You have games. Spring training, we all look forward to it. We just saw this guy in Las Vegas after he signed the contract extension. Tyler Soderstrom, how are you? Yeah, when you think about the start of the season and think about your commitment to the organization, obviously, since you were drafted as a first-round pick, what is it like now? You signed the contract. It's been a couple weeks. You had time just to breathe a little bit, but you and the commitment to this organization, what is it like to you?
Yeah, it's a blessing, and I just think the mindset has really shifted to, not that it hasn't in the past, but it just really amplifies, the want to win and the want to get to the postseason, the want to, bring a championship to the organization and be a part of that. So I think that's the biggest goal for me and the rest of the guys is to, just do the best we can to, get to that next step.
In professional sports, whether we're talking about Major League Baseball, you can talk about the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, a lot of players move around a lot and they move to different teams. The fact that you were drafted by the Athletics, we'll get into playing almost like in your hometown here in Sacramento, so close to where you grew up. But the fact that you know that you're going to be with this franchise for a long, long time, it's been the only franchise. How special is that for you and your family?
Yeah, it means a lot for me and my family. I just got married this off season, so it means a lot for me and my wife.
You got a lot going on.
Yeah. So it's special to know that we're going to be, in the same area for the extent of my contract, and it just gives us that steady base and that steady home. So it just means a lot to be here for the next 7 years for sure, and just looking forward to what's to come for sure.
And it's the bond with the franchise, because a lot of us just think about the big league level, but when you get drafted and you come up through the ranks, the relationships that you have with everybody in the organization. When you go to spring training, all the coaches, the guys in A-ball, the guys in AA, the guys in AAA. And a lot of our coaches stay here for a long time. A lot of the front office. That's something that's also is really cool too, because you're part of it's more like a family.
Yeah, of course. I think during my press conference, I did kind of forget to thank, the front office, the whole video staff, the whole strength and conditioning staff that, brought me to the big leagues. And, it's super special to be a part of that family, getting to go to spring training and see the personnel and the staff that, helped get you to the big leagues. And that was there for every step of it. So it's special to, share that bond with all the people involved with the organization for sure.
So you dream of being in the big leagues, but do you ever dream of that moment of doing the press conference?
I don't know. I think just growing up as a kid, you're always just thinking of, being the best big leaguer you can and, dreaming of, being in the bottom of the ninth in the World Series and getting a big hit. But I think never really dreamed of a press conference like that. So it's super special to, live through that and accomplish that for sure.
Well, you can thank everybody got thanked now. You got everybody in now. So
Yep.
That is good. They'll all see it.
Yep.
Playing here in Sacramento, I know means a lot to you. It's really, I see your parents all the time. I've known your dad for years. Family and friends, and I just think it's really special that it's so close and so easy for them. So tell us what it was like first year playing here in Sacramento.
Yeah, it was, I would say it's pretty similar to, getting to play. I got to play low A in Stockton. So, that was even closer to home. I got to play some low A games at Modesto against the Nuts, which was even closer to home in Turlock there. So, it's cool to, be able to be close to home in Sacramento and having family and friends get to come watch a Major League Baseball game, and for me to be partaking in that, even more special for them. So it's an honor. I'm glad that I can be a role model for my little cousins and the rest of my young family members. So it's special for me to be able to go out there and play in front of them for sure.
And you're not far from home. We're home base and the bed is, right?
Yes.
That's a lot, especially with the new wife. It's a lot easier, and
Yeah.
for her family to come up.
Yeah, it's just the whole it's just super special for me to be able to play in front of them, like I said, and it's just a great honor for sure.
And you have so many kids who come to our games that grew up just like you, grew up in the Valley,
Yep.
and maybe didn't see a whole lot of Major League Baseball games.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking about this with Jacob Wilson. You have so many kids that come to these ball games that they've never been to a Major League Baseball game, and they're getting to see you play for the first time.
Yeah, it's just cool to be able to be close to home. And for kids in my community, especially in Turlock, to have a guy like me that they can maybe look up to, and know that they have a chance to be a great player someday. But it's just super cool for me to be that role model close to home, be able to go back home in the off season and kind of, see kids around town or have kids out of my dad's facility that, get to, come talk to me or hang out with me or watch me train. So it's cool to be around this area for sure.
How is that, growing up? Because I talked to your dad about how one of the reasons what made you such a good young player was you were always playing against very good kids who are much older than you. What is it like looking at those kids now? I mean, that was you years ago, and now you go back. What's that like?
Yeah, it's awesome. Get to give the kids bits and pieces of advice of what I think they should be doing, to get to the next level. And like you said, like me growing up, I had an older brother. So, I was always playing up with him, playing against guys that were older than me. So I think that definitely helped, just to play up and, challenge yourself. And that's kind of what I tell those kids. You gotta challenge yourself, got to put the work in, countless hours of, in the cage with my dad and my brother. And yeah, just a lot of work goes into it. Not on the field, but off the field too. You got to get in the weight room, you got to get faster, you got to get stronger. So just bits and pieces I'm able to, tell the kids of what steps they need to take to get to the next level for sure.
Well, I think one of the things that will define 2025 was your growth and your versatility, and also being such a great teammate, where we knew you're going to play first base. You get off to such the hot start. Then all of a sudden Nick Kurtz is coming and you're like, I'll go out and play left field. Next thing you know, you're up for a Gold Glove. Just talk about being that kind of teammate, to where that really shows everybody else that you got to do always what's best for the team if you want to win.
Yeah, that's the main goal, is we want to win. So I think my mindset is whatever I can do to help the team win each night, I'm going to do it without complaining. So I was, lucky enough to have the opportunity to go out there to left, and, it kind of really worked out for me. So I was excited to go out there. It was never a negative for me. But yeah, it was a great opportunity, and just going back to, hometown stuff. And I tell kids to, be as versatile as they can. It can only help you get to the next level. So I think it's cool that I got to kind of live through that and, show my versatility and be able to preach that to the younger kids.
Yeah, we talked with you plenty of times here on A's Cast about you can play third, you even played short in high school, but you went out to left and it just was such a great fit. Like, at what point were you sitting out there in left field and you went, yeah, this is good for me?
I think right away, honestly. Like, I was just kind of out there. I felt pretty normal, felt pretty free out there. I've talked about learning the small things, but that just comes with, repetition. So I was excited. Yeah. I got out there in practice and stuff and was running balls down. And I've always enjoyed it too, just like shagging BP, going out there and running balls down. So I really enjoyed it. And the game came around and, started making some good plays, throwing people out, and like, man,
yeah,
I kind of like this. It's kind of fun. So yeah, it's been great.
Because you grow up playing catcher, you're used to throwing guys out, and really left field is the one position, because guys hit balls to left, they're always going to try and stretch it, right? Or guys going from first to third, or guys at home. Yeah. It's really the outfield spot you got a chance to get guys. Yes. Very rewarding.
Yeah, I didn't really realize that left was like you have a lot of opportunities to be throwing guys out. So it's kind of cool to be able to go out there and show the arm off a little bit. So that's something I think I'm kind of working on too this offseason, is making sure I got my arm in good shape to be able to make good throws infield.
So what have you worked on defensively, kind of refine, and as you're still learning the position?
Yeah, I think a lot of that kind of more nitty-gritty stuff will come in spring training when I'm around the coaching staff, but I'm just working on, playing a lot of catch, getting the arm ready to go, and then just kind of, taking fly balls. I've been going to Stan State a little bit in Turlock, just taking some reads during batting practice and whatnot. But yeah, just, just simple stuff, just getting the body kind of moving again. But yeah, it's been good.
When your dad owns a baseball facility, how much time do you actually take off? Like, do you really take off? You love to hit. How much time do you take off, and when do you start hitting again?
It's really convenient. So December rolls around, you're like, oh, I kind of maybe even like Thanksgiving, I'm like, I'll maybe go take some swings. But I didn't hit till December this year. But I did have a really busy kind of couple of months there with the wedding and stuff, so it wasn't as much as the past, but I was definitely hitting early December, then kind of took a little break for the wedding and whatnot, and then definitely ramped it up in January for sure.
How was the wedding in Maui? That's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, we're all sad it's over. When we got back to Cali after the wedding, me and Bailey, it was like a week and a half of just depression. Like, we were so sad it was over, but it was a really really fun week for sure. Something that we'll definitely cherish and remember for a long, long time. So
yeah, you get married, you sign a contract extension. 2025 was really good. I can't wait for 2026. Did when you sign the contract, I mean, you're not really a pressure guy. I don't think you put a lot of pressure on yourself, but is there a little kind of relief that, I don't have to worry about it? Because in our game, we're always talking about it, right? When you're a young player, you're worried about arbitration, contract extensions, all that kind of stuff. Is it nice just to know I don't have to worry about any of that?
of course, yeah. I mean, it's a really good feeling to know that I can just solely focus, on the game of baseball, what I love doing growing up, and just the opportunity I have to, be a big leaguer for, the next 7 years and, showcase what I can do. And just with this organization is just super blessing for sure.
Well, it's going to be fun seeing your family out here in 2026. It's going to be fun watching you continue to blossom as one of the best left fielders now in Major League Baseball. It's good to see you.
Yeah,
we had a lot of fun with your family, your wife's mother, when we went out to the new ballpark in Vegas in 2028, taking pictures.
Great.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Fun weekend for sure.
So go to the Instagram account or the Twitter account for the Athletics, and you see those pictures. All righty, next time we'll see you will be spring training.
Yep, we'll see you there.
You're good to go.
All right, man.
Tyler Soderstrom of the Athletics right here. Oh, real quick. I forgot. We got your charity poker event.
Yep.
Tell us about your charity poker event that's coming up. It's live poker. It's going to be cocktails and local bites, prizes, and premium experiences. Tell us quickly about your poker event.
Yeah, super excited about that. For all the information that you need, just go to soderstrompoker.com. But yeah, it's a great event. Super excited to, give back to the community. Keaton Cancer Alliance for children with cancer. And then EASE is basically, children that are, not as fortunate as some. So just super excited to give back to them. There's also a local family back home who lost their son to cancer that we're going to do some stuff with. So just super special for me to be able to do that now. And really, really excited to get this charity going and to give back.
Yes, SoderstromPoker.com, May 11th. It's going to be 5:30 to 11 p.m. at the Kimpton Hotel. You can check it out, SoderstromPoker. You good at poker?
Yeah, I'm a good cards player. I wouldn't say I'm the best, but I know what I'm doing. I can,
You can handle business.
Yeah.
So you can play in this tournament and look at the website. I'm on the website right now, and it's got all the information about the event. You go to SoderstromPoker.com. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Don't lose your shirt in your own poker tournament, because that's the one thing you got to play well. If it's your event, you got to show up.
Oh, I'll show up. I'll be there.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we'll see you in spring training.
We will.
Tyler Soderstrom right here on A's Cast. Good luck, my friend. Be well.
Thank you.
What a year for him, and to watch him grow. One of the great stories, obviously, what we saw in 2025 that continues with 2026. We're going to have more coming up from the A's Clubhouse right here on A's Cast Live. We're going to hear from Brent Rooker. We're going to hear from Nick Kurtz, and we're going to talk more about the promotional giveaways right here on A's Cast Live.
Secure your spot for priority access to 2028 season tickets at the A's Ballpark in Las Vegas for just $19.01. The amount honors the founding year of the Athletics franchise in 1901. By joining the priority list, you'll get an early opportunity to grab season tickets before they go on sale to the public, while also supporting youth baseball and softball programs across Southern Nevada. To secure your spot, visit athletics.com/Vegas. A's first base coach Bobby Crosby joined Townie on A's Cast Live to reflect on winning the American League Rookie of the Year award back in 2004.
Yeah, when I first won it, I thought it was really cool, but I was in the midst of playing, and I still had, a bunch of my career left to go. Once I was done playing, I appreciated it more, and now I start to appreciate it more and more as time goes on. It's something that, they can never take away from you. So no matter what, I'll always have that title, and it looks like we're going to have another one doing the same thing.
You can watch the full interview at youtube.com/athletics or listen at athletics.com/A'sCast.
When it comes to knocking it out of the park, nobody beats Folsom Lake Ford. Folsom Lake Ford is a 7-time Triple Crown Award winner, Ford Motor Company's highest honor for being the best in customer satisfaction in sales, service, and finance. Step up to the plate for our biggest selection of new Ford models, including the legendary F-150, on sale now. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, your truck headquarters in the Folsom Auto Mall, FolsomLakeFord.com.
That ball is out of here.
The time is now. Grab your sunglasses, A's gear, and get ready for some fun in the sun. Spring training is back as the Athletics get ready for the 2026 season. Now's the time to make plans to catch us in Mesa, Arizona, starting on February 22nd, and enjoy the sunshine of your family and friends. Grab your tickets early for the best seats at the lowest prices as your green and gold take on the Dodgers, Giants, Cubs, Padres, and more at Ho-Ho-Cam Stadium. Don't wait. Get your tickets at athletics.com/spring. That's athletics.com/spring.
Unlock offers and receive exclusive in-game features by downloading the MLB Ballpark app for iPhone and Android today. Plus, get the latest information on game time, schedules, and more. The A's YouTube page is your go-to destination for A's video content.
A's Cast Live continues from the studio. Here's Chris Townsend.
Brent Rooker is with us here on A's Cast Live as we're starting to preview the 2026 season for the Athletics at the ballpark here in West Sacramento in the beautiful clubhouse of the Athletics. You know, talking to you versus the other guys today, obviously your off season is very different as we saw your two beautiful girls running around. How was Christmas? How was everything back home? And the kids are growing up fast.
Yeah, man, they're getting big. Christmas was crazy. The holidays were crazy, but they both had a blast. My oldest is a little over 4 now, so she was full on in Christmas mode, knew what was going on, excited, loved every second of it. And then my little one is about 17 months, so she's still a little young for it, but also had a blast. So they're wild and they're kind of all over the place, but it's made the offseason a lot of fun.
It's going to be a great run. Like, you're going to have a great run for years to come. And the saddest thing is all of a sudden you'll be sitting there as a dad, as a girl dad myself, and Christmas is all of a sudden it's like, it's just about clothes. And you're like, where are the toys? Where's the Disney princess dresses? What happened to my little girls?
Yeah,
so enjoy
Barbie
everything.
Dreamhouse was our big one this year.
Oh,
so
that's a big one.
That was a big one.
Putting that together, it's a big
It took
deal.
a little bit, but that was our big present this year, and she loved it.
You know, I remember the first time I interviewed you, and it was down in Mesa, Arizona, where you were in make the club mode. And it was a decision that went down to the very end. And then we have talked every year about what it is like for you and how things have changed. The way you prepare, the way you mentally get ready now as the veteran guy, now as a 2-time All-Star, and how you've established yourself, no question, in Major League Baseball. What is we know the physical side, you're going to work out as much as anybody. What's the mental side getting ready, how different that is for you now versus what it was the first time we talked?
Yeah, it's obviously a completely different mindset going into spring. And 3 full seasons in now, I know what I need to be ready from a physically, like you said, but then from a mental perspective, at bats, approaches, game planning, things like that. I know what it looks like, and I know what I need to get ready for the season. And then as I get older, I kind of take on a little bit different role too. These younger guys who are just kind of getting their feet wet and establishing themselves, on their own merit. It's trying to figure out how I can help them any way I can. It's trying to figure out how I can be the best leader in this room. Or how to be a leader in this locker room that kind of gives those younger guys what they need to have success too. So I enjoy that role. I embrace that role, and it's one that I look forward to doing. And I have, obviously we have a group of veterans this year who have been around and done it. And I think that's going to be a huge advantage for us, as well as a locker room full of young talent that I'd put up against anybody in the league.
It's so much fun to see how you guys, whether the veteran guys, the younger guys, especially you, we've talked a lot with the younger guys, and they always reference you as the leader inside this clubhouse. Talk about how the relationships, not saying the 20 other 9 teams don't have great relationships, but there is a special bond going on in here, and you're a big part of it.
There really is. And it's developed over the past several years since I've been here in 23. The guys who have kind of been through the rebuild, and a lot of them came up to the minor leagues during that time and got here in 23 or 24 or whatever it was. And It makes coming to work fun when you like the people you work with, when you like the guys that you're hanging out with. Because I mean, we're together for 8 months. We're together 8 hours or at least 8 hours a day every single day. So we're hanging out, and it makes it easier to perform, easier to improve, easier to want to show up and grow as an individual and as a group when you like the guys you're doing it with.
We'll get into coming back here to Sacramento and playing at the ballpark here in West Sacramento, where you absolutely tore it up. We got your numbers. They were really good here. But it all starts down at spring training. And, we talk about leadership and leading a group for 6.5 months. You set the tone, the mindset of what you want to be now is not a rebuilding club, but a competing club.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about, the talks you may have, talking to Mark Kotze, the kind of tone that you guys want to set in spring, that it's different. It's now time to win. Yeah,
that's exactly what you said is the tone that's going to be set from day one. We're going to walk in that clubhouse on February 16th, whatever it is, with the mindset that we're here to compete for division and to make the playoffs. And we have all the confidence in the world we can do that. We look around the room at the pieces we have and the amount of talent, the different guys that play different roles at a really high level, and we think we can compete with the best teams out there. And I think that that starts day one. It starts in offensive meetings, putting together team game plans to go out and beat aces, beat frontline starters like we're going to have to do down the stretch to be where we want to be. It starts with having like I said, a team-wide offensive approach and a team-wide offensive strategy to go out there and figure out a way to score runs every single night like we have to do to win. And the leaders on the pitching side are going to do the same thing. It's how do we go out there every night, give ourselves a chance to win, shut down big innings, do the things that good teams do. Defensively, it's make the routine play. It's let our elite defenders go do their thing. And we have confidence. We have guys that can fill every single one of those roles.
As a veteran leader now, how much growth, just not physically, but how much, because so much of this game is the mental side, how much mental growth have you seen in the young players?
A ton. And I mean, you can reference individual guys, Tyler Soderstrom, the year he had last year, where he came out in the first month and a half, was just setting the world on fire. Was the best hitter in the league for an extended period of time there. And then, what happens when you're young and you have your first little taste of extended success? The league adjusts, they pitch you differently, they figure out what you do well, and they don't let you do that anymore. And so he went through that for the first time in his career where the league adjusted. He struggled for a little bit, and then the way that he came back and rebounded from that and finished the year, or not just finished the year, but had an unbelievable last several months, back to being incredibly productive, back to being a really, really good major league hitter. That's how you build confidence in this league. It's not the highs. It's not those 4 to 6 week heaters you get on that builds confidence. It's when you struggle for a while and then you come back out of it and you have success again on the backside of those struggles is when you figure out, okay, now I know what it looks like. Now I know that I can do this. Now I know the next time that I have a week that doesn't go very well, that's not who I am, but that's just a thing that's going to happen in this game. And I know I'm going to come back out on the other side of it at some point and get back to being the producer I want to be. So Tyler's a great example of how much he grew last year. You look at Kurtz and Jacob and Lawrence as well, and they've all done similar things. So I think that group, being as young and as talented as they are, and already having that experience at the major league level, and kind of knowing what it takes to succeed from a mental and emotional level, I think is going to pay huge dividends for us this year and in the coming years as well.
Everybody's able to see right here. We got the Sacramento jersey, the gold Sacramento jersey, which is beautiful. We got a lot of the giveaways. Coming back to the ballpark where you had a lot of success, how much did you enjoy hitting in this ballpark? And now you're going to get another shot at it this year.
Yeah, hitting here is great. It's obviously the ball flies. We saw that. Offensive numbers are big here, and we think that, looking at our roster and looking at our offense and what our lineup can do, we think that's going to play to our advantage, and we're excited about it.
And when you talk about the kids, and I mean, obviously you've been in this community, been living in this community. When you think about during the season with the family is with you. Just the last couple of days, yesterday, today, tonight, just how nice is it to be back in the community and talking to the fans here in Sacramento?
Yeah, it's one thing we've all been kind of universally impressed with since we got here last year is how much we've been embraced by the community here. Even with their knowledge that it's temporary and we're here for 3 years before moving on, the way that they've embraced us as a city and as fans and as people and have treated us in our families has been incredibly special, and we're super appreciative and looking forward to obviously spending the next 2 years back here doing it again.
Yeah, so many people come to the games for the first time, seeing Major League Baseball for the first time in their lives.
Yeah, we went to some community events yesterday and met with some season ticket holders, and The passion is obviously there, and the excitement for the upcoming season. Everybody kind of recognizes what we have building here and the potential that we have, and the city and the community as a whole is very excited.
Yeah, it's hard not to feel this. You don't want to put the cart before the horse and put too much pressure, but you just feel it. You feel
it building, and you watch what's happening, and you watch the development of individuals, and you recognize how that feeds into the development as a team, and you can't help but be excited. You're exactly right.
You went down to Vegas. You checked out the Ballpark Experience Center. The one thing that I remember when we went there and opened it up and we did the shows, and obviously, for people who are going to be, buying luxury suites and premium suites, and they're going to be buying the tickets. First thing I thought of was, this is going to be a place to bring free agents.
Oh yeah. I think everybody's pretty confident that once we get there, it immediately becomes one of the best places to play in the league with the city and the stadium and everything else. The experience of it is going to be top notch. It's going to be a really good place to play Major League Baseball, and that experience center that I got to go to and visit definitely kind of showcases what it's going to look like.
You go in the cube and you just go, oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That thing is pretty crazy. So encourage anybody who can get over there and check it out. It's pretty cool.
All right. How much are you looking forward just to get back going here in February, getting back to Mesa, spring training, get it going?
Yeah, we're ready. I think kind of every year you enjoy the first little bit of the off season. Then around December, you kind of start to get the itch a little bit. And then, once the holidays pass and it gets into January and you start to get ready to go. So I think we're, as a whole, looking forward to getting back to Arizona, getting back to work and getting this thing started.
Being obviously you've killed it as a DH, but being fully healthy, would you like to play a little more outfield?
I'll do what we need me to do. Obviously, we have two really good defenders in the corners. So I'm not here to go take one of those spots and take a Gold Glove candidate in Sodi and a guy who puts up crazy defensive numbers in Law out of the field. But I'll do
what about that guy in center?
Yeah, I can't play center though, so that doesn't really apply to me. I'm not running out the centers, so
you can't scale walls.
We'll leave Denz out there doing his thing.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, it's pretty crazy. I think he's the best defender in the world at any position. I say that pretty confidently. It's amazing to watch what he does out there.
When you DH, there is a routine that you need to get into. Over the years, I've asked guys, some guys like to get on exercise bikes. Some guys I've heard take showers. There's like all these different routines. Yeah. Thing that I love about you doing it is your leadership on the bench, that you're always there to be there. You talk to people. Talk about how it gives you more time, ample time to actually spread your knowledge up and down the dugout.
Yeah. That's I don't hit between the bats. I never do. Occasionally here, I'll walk down here while we're on defense just to stay moving and be active. But if we're hitting and we're on offense, I make sure that I'm always in the dugout. I watch not only my at bat between my at bats, but I watch everybody else's at bats too to try to get any information that I can and help a guy out with a pitch sequence or a tip or anything like that. Just try to do my best to contribute as much as I can. Obviously, if I'm DHing, I'm getting 4, maybe 5 plate appearances, so I got to find another way to impact the game. And if that's helping somebody else in a coming at bat, then I'll do my job.
Well, we always appreciate the time. Enjoy the rest of the off season with your beautiful young family, and really enjoy that, man, because it goes fast.
It's already going fast. So,
so enjoy those times. Great to see you.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank
we'll see you down in Mesa, Arizona. Brent Rooker, leader of this franchise, joining us here on A's Cast, and we're going to come down to our last guest. Nick Kurtz is going to join us, the Rookie of the Year. It has been a while since we've been able to talk to him. Haven't been able to talk to him since the award. We're going to first bring out, you win Rookie of the Year, but now you have your own bobblehead. What do you think?
That's awesome. I haven't seen that yet.
You haven't seen this?
Well, I saw pictures, but I haven't seen it in person. That's awesome.
Did you get one at Wake Forest, or is this your first bobblehead?
No, they're actually doing one for me at Wake Forest this year, too.
So you've never had a bobblehead. This is the first
never.
Bobblehead. So we want to hold it up for everybody. It's the Nick Kurtz bobblehead. Just churning the butter.
April 17th is when you can get that bobblehead.
I mean, how do you not want this? Because it's kind of got a little bit of the action figure thing going too. How cool is that?
That's cool. Kind of looks like me.
Yeah,
not too bad.
That's always a scary thing.
Yeah.
When you can find that on Google, bobbleheads that don't look like anybody, but it's definitely got
scary.
The flow.
The flow looks great. That was the most important part.
So we haven't talked to you since you won Rookie of the Year. What was the experience like?
Yeah, it was awesome. When it kind of got announced, we were all in Hawaii together. Willie was in the same room as me when we were on the show, so that was really cool to kind of celebrate, as a team. We were in there for Sodi's wedding, so it was a great little week.
It was such a special time, when you think that you came up and everything started to flip, everything started to change, and you had such big moments, but you wanted to be very private about it. You didn't want it to be all about you. I thought that showed a lot of early leadership in you. When you look back, like, what do you think of when you look back in this Rookie of the Year season? You had the monstrous game in Houston, historic game. What are the things that you really reflected on?
Yeah, I think just kind of the whole year as a whole, when you look at any kind of season, you have, the parts where you feel really good at the plate. You have the days where you feel really bad. And then the majority is you're just trying to do what you can do that day to put the ball in play and get a base hit. So really just take advantage of those good days and enjoy them in the moment. And, it's not a good day if you don't get the team win as well. So, hopefully, we had some rough parts as a team as well. So that's kind of what I've reflected the most about is, yeah, I did all these great things, but it's got to lead to October. And that's the most important thing.
I think the one thing we've learned about you is you like the fight. And there's a fight here every single day. There's 162, and you got to want to bring it, and you got to want it because the other team, they're trying to, as I always joke on this show, they're trying to take your lunch money, right?
Yeah,
and you got to be ready to rock.
Absolutely.
So for all the skills and all the things we've talked about it and all the things that you learned in Wake Forest and all this kind of stuff, talk about how you like the day-to-day. Let's get it on.
Yeah, it's just being competitive. That's just kind of who I am. And, I hate losing. That's just kind of, I've always been that way growing up. I mean, it's not fun if you don't win. And that's kind of what I like to live by. And that happens as a team. That happens in an at-bat, you against the pitcher. There's a battle going on every step of the way, every single game, kind of every inning. And it's like, all right, how many of those can we win today?
Do you look back at Houston at all? Have you looked back at that game and the 4 home runs and all the total bases? Have you looked back on that at all?
Yeah, I did a couple times this off.
It was replayed multiple times on MLB Network. Did you? What?
I've watched. I kind of watched this offseason. I watched the live broadcasts. I would fast forward to my at bats, but I watched that one for the first time, which is pretty surreal. That kind of made it really sink in, which was cool. It's kind of good to enjoy that after the season's over.
I assume that goes really, really fast, and then all the hoopla after the game and everything. Yeah. So now when you have time to reflect, what do you really remember about the game?
It's honestly tough. It kind of feels like I blacked out during it. I remember the day kind of just starting like any other one, and then next thing you know, you're on the plate and you've hit 3, and there's a chance to hit 4.
You had a chance to hit 5. That one off the wall in left center could have been 5.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think if I hit that one and I'm going in my last at bat already with 4, I would have been trying way too hard to hit the 5th, and it wouldn't have happened anyway. So I think this is meant to be.
You learned a lot. You haven't had a full year yet. You've learned a lot. And one thing that I know that a lot of great hitters do is they try and find what were the pitchers trying to do to me? Where did they think my weakness was? Have you thought about that? Watch video, or maybe you thought maybe I had a little bit of weakness here. What have you worked on this offseason?
Yeah, I kind of knew right away that, pitchers attacked me up and in. And the teams that I kind of struggled against last year when going through it, they kind of did all similar things. And it's, hard stuff up and in. And then just when you think this, when you make the adjustment again on that stuff, that's when they'll mix it up again. Seattle did that very well. Tampa did that pretty good. So it's just more so, how can I take those pitches? Can I not chase that one that's up and in for a ball? Can I do certain things where, okay, this is as far as I need to go? Because if they're going to make that perfect pitch up there anyway, no one really does anything on that. So how good can I be at swinging at the right ones out of those?
What have you thought about physically now that you've seen kind of what the grind is every day in Major League Baseball? Have you changed anything workout-wise? What have you been doing trying to get ready for that, to stay healthy for the full season?
Trying to find a happy medium of getting stronger, but also at the same time having my body move a little bit better. I think if I find a happy medium with that, and it helps with injury prevention and kind of coming up with a plan for the in-season stuff that now that I kind of know what to expect, I kind of know how much I need to work, how hard I need to work, how many lifts I need to do per week to kind of stay in shape and not lose that.
Talking to Mark McGwire, and Mark McGwire we've talked to him about this a few times, with all the home runs and everything that he did, he's most proud of his Gold Glove. Because no one thought of Mark McGwire defensively, because when you hit all the home runs, no one thinks about that kind of stuff. You're about to go into that, right? Because you're so good offensively. Everybody's just going to talk about that. Remember, we talked to one of your coaches at Wake Forest, how your nickname was not Big Amish. Your nickname was Spider-Man because everything stuck to his nickname in college was Spider-Man.
That was the first one. Yeah, that was the first.
And we tried to tell you, and everybody went with Big Amish. We're like, well, he was called Spider-Man. You're very proud of your defense. Everybody's going to talk about your offense. Yeah. How important is it to show everybody, whoa, I'm Gold Glove caliber over here?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It would be nice to have the award to go with it, but it's more so how comfortable can I make the infielders feel that when they throw it over to first base that they don't need to be perfect. That's kind of the thing that going through, Wake Forest, when I got that nickname, they had first basemen in the past where they didn't feel that comfortability. And if they are comfortable doing that, they don't have to worry about the throw. All they do is worry about making crazy plays. And that's kind of what the biggest part is. If they'll take care of that part, I'll take care of the other.
Yeah, you're the big target, but you're the big. So when you're a big target, you feel like I just got to get it in a certain range. And he's got long arms, but the fact that you can scoop it too. Yeah. So as you said, make whatever play you can. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'll dig it out. You're not going to get in there.
Yeah, 100%. That's kind of the biggest thing. Picking them up so they don't have to worry about it.
All right, one of the big things that you guys have been doing and you're going to be continuing tonight is being in the community here in Sacramento. What's it like now going into the community and your Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit different. Because I didn't get a chance to do this last year. Showed up a little bit later in the year.
He was in Vegas to start the season.
Yeah, I was in Vegas. It's really cool to kind of get out in there and people know who you are, and there's kids who look up to you. So it's kind of cool to have a small conversation with them, because I know when I was a kid that would have meant the world to me. Yeah. So it's really cool to do that.
Have they addressed you as Rookie of the Year?
Not really. No, I've got a couple big Amishes for sure, but not Rookie there. No.
One of the things that's so special about it, because when we're in the season and we're here in Sacramento, is my television partner is Steve Sachs, who was Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And, with all the things that he did in World Series, he won a couple World Series and All-Star games, but that stays with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
If I go to your baseball reference page or Wikipedia, it's always going to say Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
You thought about that?
Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, it's happened. No one can ever take that away from you. So it's cool to be a part of a very special group of people who've done it before.
How excited are you to get going here in Mesa, Arizona, and have a full year in the big leagues?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for what I believe this team can do, and I'm ready for all the expectations. And I just want to go out there and show the world that what we can do and get to October and do some cool stuff.
Everybody's talking October. I love it. I mean, the mindset that you guys have. Before we let you go, talk about what you guys have been talking about internally, because I know it's been going on. It's like, hey, no more is this the rebuild thing.
Yeah.
It's time to start winning some games.
Yeah, I really feel towards the end of the year last year, we finally had that inside belief of we know who we are. We know what we're capable of. We just got to come out next year, and show it. We're that 20-game span last year kind of it ruined it just kind of the season ender. So we want to come out and show people what we believe in ourselves and show that we can do it.
Well, once again, here is the bobblehead. Cody, what is the date on that again? April what?
April 17th.
April 17th, and it is approved. You got what happened to the locks? Are you gonna start drawing that again, or would you go short for the holidays?
Yeah, I'm trying some new things out. We'll see how it goes.
Because the locks,
they'll come back. He'll come back.
Okay, they'll come back. Yeah, because the locks are good. But I love how you're churning the butter there. It's kind of like a little bit of an action figure. So definitely a thumbs up approved.
Yeah, it looks great. Looks great.
Brought to you by NBC Sports California. Well, it is always great to see you.
Absolutely great to see you as well.
Look forward to having you on A's Cast throughout the season.
Sounds good.
Seeing you for an entire year. I think for A's fans, we're all going to love it. And to see this team competing and trying to win the division. So rest up, and we'll see you down in Mesa, Arizona.
Yeah, sounds good. See you guys shortly.
Good stuff. Nick Kurtz joined us here on A's Cast. So we'll try and get through all of what we have left that we haven't shown you yet when we start talking about the promotions. Once again, remember, I learned this today. So not only we're going to have the 6 fireworks show, but opening day for the first time ever, opening day, we're going to have a fireworks show.
Correct.
Which is
Confirmed.
Unbelievable.
And you can get that. Remember, the Leadoff Special is still going. Athletics.com/tickets is one of the initiatives for sure where you can get that.
Right out of the gate, my leader in the clubhouse for favorite giveaway is the glove. I mean, how do you not want to get a glove? Come to a game and get a glove.
It's pretty special.
Reminds me,
especially if you don't have one.
Reminds me of growing up in the 80s.
This is the one that I love the most as a Star Wars nerd. Would be Grogu from The Mandalorian. You can get this on Tuesday, the 12th of May against the St. Louis Cardinals. Pretty cool.
Not the May 5th, or are we on the road?
Probably on the road, yeah. May the 4th.
May the 4th.
Revenge of the 5th is the next day. So there's that. And then also, this is popular. Everyone loves Hello Kitty. Kitty.
This is a popular one. Like this one, I can tell you,
it lights up too.
I still have a few at the house, but I remember this is a must, and people wait in line for this one.
Hello Kitty is a big deal. I mean, I think it was one recently at the Warriors game, and it was sold out for it.
They end up on eBay. I'm telling you, it's
Sharks too. They've sold out.
Yeah, they sell these out. It's a phenomenon that people want the Hello Kitty bobblehead.
Friday, May 1st against the Vote Coat and the Guardians. Stephen Vogt and the Guardians come to the West Sacramento.
May 1st?
May 1st, yeah.
Right
so we are on the road on May 4th.
It's right around the corner. By the way, the basketball jersey, which was extremely popular, as you can see here this year in black with Sacramento. What was so cool about the basketball jersey last year was after we did it, to see how many people kept wearing them to games. Also, when you think of certain giveaways like the straw hat, the basketball jersey, I love when we have giveaways and they keep showing up during the season.
Absolutely. And this one you can get on, I think I have right here. I think it's on the day after the Hello Kitty. It's on May 2nd against the Guardians. So Saturday, May 2nd, you can get that. And now Saturday also is a special day here for West Sacramento. It's going to be Sacramento Saturdays. If you want to check out everything we're doing on that, athletics.com/Sacramento. But
the jersey it's beautiful. I mean, the jersey, it was always my favorite. I want to say we busted it out in 2012 or 11.
It's somewhere around there, yeah. I did like that color too.
I might have been. It's 2012 or 2011, and then if you remember the historic run that the Athletics had in 2012, one of the great seasons, even though it didn't lead to a championship, but we all remember the excitement of how chasing down the Rangers from June 2nd on. The Athletics had the most wins, most home runs, tracked down the Rangers, beat them on the last day of the year, and then had that epic series against the Tigers. And this jersey was a big part. This color was a big part of that run. And if you lived through that run, it was special. So I think this is going to be one, folks, you're going to want to get this early because these are going to be flying off the shelf.
Saturday, April 4th, athletics.com/tickets to get your tickets for all these great giveaways this year in West Sacramento.
Have we hit everything?
Yeah, I think we hit everything.
We've hit everything. All right, we will start our spring training coverage. We'll be mid-February. We'll start, February 16th on a Wednesday?
We're back live on the 18th.
On
February
the 18th.
Yes, but we'll be doing
we get there on the 16th. We'll be there on the 18th. So we'll be back with you, all the spring training coverage. We'll get you all the players. And the big key for us in spring training is just not talk to all the big league guys, but talk to a lot of the minor league guys who will be coming up because the 40-man roster will be a big part of the season. So it's just not the strength of the 26 guys that start the year. It's the strength of your 40-man roster and even guys who are big-time prospects who, you will be following the minor leagues that that are going to be a huge part of the future. Obviously, we just had 3 major international signings. There's going to be a lot to talk about. Our first game is going to be on the 21st against the Chicago White Sox. We will be home for the second game against Stephen Vogt and the Guardians on the 22nd. They're at the ballpark at Hohokam Park in Mesa, Arizona. I can't wait.
Athletics.com/spring to get your tickets now.
All right, that is going to do it for A's Cast 2026 preview. Once again, we have so many things that are going to be going down that we're going to be the giveaways and the fireworks. You can't beat it. So get all of your tickets now. It's going to be a fantastic year, just not with the giveaways, but also with our exciting team. As you've heard from all the players, rebuild is over. It is time to start winning some baseball games and compete in the American League West. Thank you, everybody, for watching this special edition of A's Cast Live. Next time we see you, we'll be in Mesa, Arizona.
2025 All-Star Brent Rooker joined Townie on A's Cast Live to reflect on becoming an All-Star for the second time in 3 years.
And I walked in that locker room in Seattle and saw my jersey and saw the rest of the jerseys that were there. And, it's kind of like one of these things doesn't belong here. And that's probably mine. I didn't feel like I was